Hey everyone, welcome back to the Forging Indestructible Self-Discipline podcast. I'm your host, John Fontenot, and I'm glad you're here. Today we're talking about perseverance and why it is not just a nice character trait, but the backbone of real self-discipline. A lot of people think self-discipline is about intensity. They picture someone waking up at 4:30 in the morning, grinding through brutal workouts, building businesses, reading a book a week, and never missing a beat. That's not discipline. That's intensity. And intensity fades. Perseverance is different. Perseverance is what shows up after the excitement is gone. It's what carries you when motivation dries up. It's what keeps you moving when results are slow, invisible, or disappointing. Self-discipline without perseverance is fragile. It only works when conditions are good. It only works when you feel strong. It only works when the outcome feels close. But perseverance? Perseverance works when it's boring, when it's hard, when nobody is clapping, when progress feels microscopic. Think about any long-term goal: getting in shape, building financial freedom, writing a book, repairing a marriage, growing spiritually. None of these are won in dramatic moments. They're won in quiet repetition, and repetition requires perseverance. Let's break this down. Self-discipline is the decision to do what needs to be done. Perseverance is the refusal to stop doing it. Those two together are unstoppable. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They don't fail because they lack intelligence. They fail because they quit too early. They misinterpret slow progress as failure. They interpret difficulty as a sign that they're not cut out for it. But difficulty is not a verdict. It's a filter. Perseverance is what separates the dabblers from the builders. When you value perseverance, you stop asking, how fast can I succeed? And you start asking, how long am I willing to endure? That shift changes everything. If you go into a goal expecting it to be hard, you're not shocked when it is. You don't panic when resistance shows up. You don't crumble when you hit plateaus. You endure. And endurance compounds. Here's something important. Perseverance doesn't mean stubbornly repeating the wrong strategy. It doesn't mean refusing to adjust. It means staying committed to the mission even if the method evolves. That's mature discipline. Now let's talk about the emotional side of this. Perseverance builds identity. Every time you push through a tough day instead of quitting, you cast a vote for who you are. You become someone who doesn't fold under pressure, someone who doesn't retreat when it's inconvenient. And identity is powerful. Once you see yourself as someone who perseveres, discipline stops feeling like punishment. It becomes an expression of who you are. But here's the hard truth. Perseverance is uncomfortable. It means you'll experience boredom, frustration, self-doubt, fatigue. You will question yourself. You will want relief. That's normal. The key is understanding that discomfort is not danger. It's growth. We live in a culture that glorifies quick wins, overnight success stories, viral moments, instant transformations. But what you don't see are the years behind the scenes, the setbacks, the failures, the long seasons of obscurity. Perseverance is invisible most of the time, but it's doing the real work. If you want indestructible self-discipline, you must fall in love with the long game. You must detach from immediate results and attach yourself to consistent effort. Here's a practical way to build perseverance. Shrink the focus. Don't obsess over 5 years from now. Don't overwhelm yourself with the mountain. Focus on today's step. One workout, one page written, one clean meal, one tough conversation handled with maturity. Then repeat tomorrow. Perseverance is built in daily decisions, not grand declarations. Another key is reframing setbacks. When you stumble, don't say, I failed. Say, I'm still in it. That subtle shift keeps the mission alive. Quitting is a decision. A setback is an event. They are not the same thing. And finally, remember this. Perseverance develops strength that shortcuts never can. When you earn your progress the slow way, you build resilience. You build confidence. You build depth. Anyone can be disciplined for a week. Few can persevere for years. That's why perseverance should be valued as a core part of self-discipline. It is the engine that keeps discipline running when motivation dies. If you want to forge indestructible self-discipline, stop chasing hype. Stop waiting for the perfect mood. Stop negotiating with discomfort. Decide, commit, endure. And when it gets hard, because it will, remind yourself that perseverance is not a side trait. It is the proof. The proof that you are serious. The proof that you are growing. The proof that you are becoming stronger than your excuses. So keep going. You can do this. I want to thank you for listening. This has been the Forging Indestructible Self-Discipline podcast. I'm your host, John Fontenot, and I'll see you in the next episode.